play a physical brand of football, and that was on display tonight.
Welcome, football enthusiasts, to the trenches of the NFL where battles are won and lost in the blink of an eye. Today, we go behind the scenes for a look at some of the league's unsung heroes, the offensive linemen, in the shadows of touchdowns and highlight reels.
Leaping in the air, and he's in for the touchdown.
These giants of the gridiron are in a constant battle to gain ground on the front lines.
At tackle, number 65, Lane Johnson!
18 weeks, it's a long season. You have to be strong to withstand the punishment that you're enduring every practice day and game day.
They do not like that tempo.
The grind of the regular season can take its toll, so the name of the game for offensive linemen is preparation and routine.
Keep chopping that wood.
How are you developing yourself? How are you programming yourself?
A sack! There ain't no sack!
When you're in pressure situations, your routine, your habits, and everything you do during the work week is going to show itself in those 3 hours.
Hurts takes it right up the gut. Touchdown, Eagles. And if Jalen Hurts was touched on that run to the end zone, it wasn't much. That was well handled.
Are you kidding me?
What a win.
How you doing, buddy? Man, I'm wonderful, man.
We showed ourselves that we can overcome adversity.
I try to get out there and not talk to media sometimes.
Yeah, man, we just got to keep chopping, keep our vision narrow, focus on the next week, and keep stacking these games.
After that, it's kind of on to the next.
As soon as one game ends, preparation for the next game begins.
When I come home, I usually try to get in the cold tub for at least like 5 to 10 minutes up to my neck. I feel like the adrenaline's pumping. It takes a little bit for my body to calm down. 4 o'clock games. I think I got home last night probably around 8:30, 9, which is still pretty good. The 8 o'clock games, we played in Seattle the other night, and we got home at 7 a.m. Different weeks demand different things. I'm in a very noisy environment all the time, so I think just being in quiet has done some good. I got the sleep number a few years ago. I think it's excellent. If you like a firm bed, if you like it soft, the firmness levels keeps track of it and then adjusts to you. The season's a lot more fun when your body's feeling good and you're not hurting. After the initial first few games, the rhythm of the season kind of takes on, and then it feels a lot more natural. Just the first week is different because nobody has like any game tape of anybody. You have to make a lot of adjustments, but after that, it becomes easier. The fans see the product on Sunday, but for us, it's a normal work week, 12-hour days.
For NFL players, Mondays are all about taking stock of what happened in the previous game, reviewing film, and receiving treatment. For O-linemen, treatment can often look like the average person's heavy workout.
Mondays, we usually go in and get a lift. The theory is to get the soreness out. I try to lift pretty heavy, get my most demanding lifts out earlier in the week. Big lift day. For us, it's all about being strong, but being nimble, being flexible, and being able to explode off the ball. I got to keep up with the fast guys on the edge. Then we go to OD meetings, so you kind of review the game, the good and the bad. So it's just, every play is in order. Coach is up there. All right, somebody messed up here. Next play, you have to be accountable, but at the same time, and we have fun with it. I think it's why we've been so successful for a long time.
He's in! Touchdown! The Eagles win!
And then a big sauna day too, hot tub day.
So I got this sauna a few months ago. It's a dry sauna, so the temperature, I like to do it around 200. I have done it up to 230, but not for very long.
After a long game day and a Monday at the facility to take stock, players typically get Tuesdays off. But for the league's best O-linemen like Lane Johnson, off days are more active than you might imagine.
Tuesdays, we call it come to terms Tuesday. The inflammation is probably the all-time high. You just had a game, then you lifted back to reality Tuesdays. I like to roll out, so I have a body tempering mat behind me. Looks like a metal foam roller. That's kind of what it is. So this is a 110-pound piece of metal. It's a good passive way to diffuse tissue or work on anything that's tight. So after a game, a lot of times my legs, my quads are very tight and tired. So I just kind of sit here for a few minutes and let the weight do its work, and helps my knees feel better and loosens me up. Tuesday's off day. I like doing the sleds, forwards, backwards, lateral movement. It's like a good way to work out the soreness. Big fan of going to dinners, local restaurants. I'm a movie guy. Any thrillers, anything scary. I just like to relax. We'll go to the dog park every now and then. He's really good. Stuff that normal people do. What I do, I'm in the same position, like the right tackle stance, so my left leg's always up, my right leg's always back, so I like to get on here and if I'm watching TV and just kind of stand the opposite way. I always have to be moving, so I feel like, if I'm kind of standing still, I feel like, there's something I could be doing to get better or at least feel better. And for me, if I'm feeling good earlier in the week, that means I have more confidence going into Sundays. Wednesdays start at 9, usually a lift. Most successful players that I've seen use the weight room to their advantage. They have a good routine, they work, not a lot of wasted time. They're very savvy, and then as the years progress and their bodies change, they change their routine a little bit, so it's all about adjusting. Then we go into blitz meeting, and then offensive defensive meetings until around 12. And we'll do about a 50-minute walkthrough. Lunch, and then practice. Wednesdays is probably an hour or 20. You'll have pads on, so it's like a more run game emphasis. Get a little bit of dinner, then we go to meetings and then watch the practice film. As the routine builds up, the days get long, but our meetings are entertaining. Our coach is, he's a character.
I'm gonna try to look every one of you guys in the eye right now and talk to you about what your role is this season. We have to accept our role and contribute. Lane, you draw a tough matchup every week. We ain't gonna help you. You got them.
Thursdays, very similar schedule, but no lift. Start with the blitz meeting around 9, do the walkthrough again around 12, lunch, practice a little bit longer, probably an hour or 40. Thursdays is more third down, red zone, pass oriented. Get done with that, then watch practice. You gotta be resilient, you gotta be tough. But you really just gotta be focused. A lot of distractions, a lot of chatter, on the radio, TV, so shut that off and let go of the external things and really focus on what you got to accomplish. A sack! Yeah, ain't no sack. There ain't no sack. That's a touchdown. Fridays, we call it Fast Fridays. We're in at 8 and then usually out around 12:30. Might finish practice from yesterday and then we go into goal line practice only an hour and then you're off the rest of the day. You need your time to relax, and then recovery is huge. Sleep's everything. The bed, thing I like about it is that it tracks how efficient are you sleeping, tossing and turning, and it kind of just gives you information, feedback. If your body's telling you something, you need to listen. We usually travel on Saturdays. If it's a home game, we'll come in, start at 8, we'll watch film. Then we have a mock game, which is around 40 to 50 minutes, run a series of plays, offense, defense, special teams. And then we break. 7:30 is whenever meetings start. Offensive meetings, team meeting, and then we break up. I will say that the O-line, I feel like we probably meet more than any other group just because our job is picking up protections, blitzes, and protecting the quarterbacks. We have to be on top of our communication.
Did you see that? That was ridiculous.
And then eat and then stay at the hotel. I think sleeping efficiently is big. Drown out the distractions, the TVs, the phones, and then having your room as dark as possible. I'm just on edge all game day. I mean, sometimes in the mornings, like I had a habit of dry heaving. It's like I'm nauseous, and it's like my body's like, it's alerting me that it's go time. Danger's at the door, so time to fight.
We've now come full circle from the end of one game through a grueling work week and on to the next game day. Every player has their own unique pregame routine, and for O-linemen like Lane Johnson, it's not what you might expect.
I usually enjoy waiting around all day in the hotel room for a primetime night game. Play a lot of Sudoku or a movie. I don't watch football. If it's a home game, I might do the hyperbaric chamber I have in the house for about an hour, 2 hours. Your body's able to consume oxygen at a deeper level, and so with that you get better recovery. I'll shut the door, I'll press this on switch, and so that's when the pressurization starts. Sometimes I'll sleep, and then you have the oxygen tube, so I have a mask in here if I want to wear it. So essentially I'll slide this. I have a switch here whenever I'm ready to get out to slowly depressurize it. So I'll probably go at like 10 kPa at a time, do a couple minutes, so not let it all out at once. Calm down, focus on my breathing a lot. There's a type of breathing technique called the Wim Hof method. It's about de-stressing and relaxing.
This team doesn't know how to lose.
We have a lot of talent, have a lot of ability, so expectations are maybe higher than normal years. That's a good thing. The fans' appreciation for the team, man, there's not a better city than Philadelphia.
Hurts to the end zone, and the Eagles have won it. That's the championship DNA.
For me, it's about having a routine and having your subconscious wires, so whenever pressure presents itself, things that you've been doing in the dark, your habits and your discipline is what's going to come out and what's going to show. That's how winning is done.